interesting happenings on the 16th hole involving Daniel Berger, who is still in this championship. This is his second shot to the par 5, and as you can see, it cuts and lands in the penalty area. Now, Berger had a spot where he felt the ball crossed, but the guys playing alongside him in his group, Viktor Hovland and Joel Dahmen, did not agree. They felt like his drop should come a little bit farther away from the green, farther back, some 60 to 80 yards. Berger ultimately shoots 70 after that bogey on 16. Here's the awkward conversation between Berger, Dahmen, and Hovland as to where Berger should drop his ball.
We thought it was pretty much at the pin, and you were kind of hitting from the right side of the fairway.
I don't think it crossed up here. I don't think it crossed up here.
I'm not going to take a drop that I don't feel 100% correct about. I'm not saying it's all the way up there, but it's not that there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys had the best angle on it, so you have to decide that amongst yourselves like you normally would. You know?
I mean, I'll go back to my divot and I will.
I just didn't think it was slanting that much.
I mean, like you would have probably 20 yards from here. But not from this point, I don't think. All the way back there, I would say so, but I just did not see the ball was all the way over the left side of the pin, all the way over here. I saw it more at the I've never taken a bad drop in my life. I'm not saying anything against that, I just don't.
So where do you have this person?
Kind of just on the edge, like just short of the fairway, essentially. Kind of on that cross right there.
I mean, it's wrong, but if that's where you guys, well, I think it's wrong. I'm telling you, it's wrong. I know. Well, that's weird. So you normally just work it out amongst yourselves. So
This is a bad drop here. I'll drop here if this is where you guys want me to drop it.
so what you feel comfortable on you, and you have the best.
I was walking all the way up to the red stake. That's literally how far left and how much cut my ball had.
I'm gonna go with you in this situation. You have
It's a bad drop. That's all I'm saying. It's way too far back. Yeah.
I want you to go where you feel you crossed, all right? And if you guys are okay with it, I mean, got two saying one.
To be honest with you, I'm not really okay with it being up there. That's not really what I saw.
I'm not saying Victor, I don't like. You were kind of close to your angle.
Gio and I both were like, yeah, I could have got the right side of the green, but I was.
You know what? I'm going to drop here for the sake of you guys, but you guys are wrong.
So as you can tell, there were some tense moments in that conversation. Ultimately, Daniel Berger did drop his ball. It was kind of a compromise between the two spots. We asked Joel Dahmen to get his reflections on what happened on 16. He politely declined, but the other two involved gave their opinion.
You have to make those decisions between you and your playing partners, and I mean, I'm confident with where I dropped, and it was all settled. There was no issues.
Looked a little contentious, at least on the...
Yeah, I mean, listen, I felt strongly that my ball crossed here. They felt strongly it didn't. In the end, you know, it's a decision that you have to make between your playing partners. And it is what it is. You know, I'm not upset about where I dropped. I think it was 100% was the correct place to drop. But I thought it would have been a little further up. So in the end, it was the right decision.
From my perspective, obviously I was a little further left than Daniel. In my opinion, I did not think the ball started very far left of the pin. It looked like it kind of started at the pin and then cut towards the end because the wind was also a little bit off the left. He obviously thought that he started it way left of the pin and then he kind of cut hard at the end, but that's not what Joel and I saw. I'm not going to put words in Joel's mouth, but he was closer to Daniel's line, and we both, saw the same thing, that it kind of started pretty close to the pin and then cut to the right at the end. There for not really crossing all the way up there close to the green. We thought it was closer to the grass bunker there, just past it. Yeah, we had a little discussion about it.
Why did you feel it's so important to stand your ground, Victor? You know, you could just have shrugged it off and let it go.
Yeah, I mean it's not a fun conversation. You know, Daniel's game is great, and I have massive respect for him as a player. And but at the end of the day, we got to protect the field and protect all the other guys. It's not a fun conversation, but when you strongly believe in something, you kind of have to stand your ground.
You know, it's interesting that Daniel Berger did ultimately bogey that hole. Again, there was a compromise amongst all three players that it was a spot where he dropped between the points where they thought the ball crossed. The other party you saw in that video, the PGA Tour rules official, the chief referee here at the Players, Gary Young. I spoke with him about that incident on 16, and he said, we did not have any video evidence that could pinpoint exactly where the ball crossed into the penalty area, so he left it up to the players, and ultimately the decision was up to Daniel Berger to make the drop because, according to Gary, he will have to live with this decision. It will be on his conscience if he feels guilty. So an interesting thing that played out amongst the players and the PGA Tour rules official Gary Young on 16, Rich.
All right.